What's up, guys? I'm Steve. In this video, we're going to be going over my top Week 13 sits. So let's just dive right into it here. We're going to start off with Kareem Hunt. It hurts, I know. I hope the days of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt being a solid fantasy 1-2 punch are not done yet. But until we see Kareem Hunt's stats increase, he is certainly not somebody you can trust in your fantasy lineups right now. He's only had double-digit touches once since Week 8. Over the last 3 games, he's averaged less than 7 touches a game. He finished as the RB6 in Week 1. His next best finish up until this point was an RB21 finish. So he's certainly someone you cannot start in your lineups right now. Another player we're going to jump to now, Latavius Murray. Hey, man, I understand. He's getting all the touches. He's getting all the carries. He's getting all the usage in the backfield, all the opportunity in that Denver backfield. But we need to keep expectations and reality in check. Latavius Murray is a 32-year-old running back. The Denver Broncos are a terrible offense. They are the 24th ranked offense, to be specific. They are averaging just over 319 yards of offense a game. Baltimore has been very good against the run. They rank top 2 in rushing yards, EPA per rush, and explosive rush rate allowed. It should be noted as well that Baltimore is only giving up 82 rush yards a game. It does not bode well for a old 32-year-old Latavius Murray. Don't start him. Now we're going to jump over to another running back in kind of a similar situation. Kyren Williams. Same thing. It looks like he's playing ahead of Cam Akers. It looks like he's getting the bigger piece of the pie in that backfield. But again, we need to keep expectations and reality in check here. Kyren Williams is, again, playing on a very poor offense next to Latavius Murray and the Denver Broncos. The LA Rams offense here, they rank 31st in offensive yards a game. They average about 280 yards of offense a game. That's something you don't want in your lineup. He seems to be playing ahead of Cam Akers, which hasn't accumulated to anything, while still giving up a decent snap share to Cam Akers. Even against a poor Seattle Seahawks defense, which I'll add has 21 turnovers over the last 11 games. Even against a poor Seahawks defense, you cannot trust Kyren Williams in your lineup. 14 touches last week for 60 yards. That's nothing you want in your lineup. You don't want any Rams skill player in your lineup, at least for now. We're going to jump to some wide receivers here. This name might be surprising to people, but just hear me out. We're going to jump with Michael Pittman here. The Colts play a stout Dallas defense, man. They are elite against the pass, giving up only 177 yards of passing offense a game. Michael Pittman, he's still getting that volume from Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, since returning in Week 10, he's averaged 9 targets a game. He's averaged 63 yards over that span. He only has 1 TD since returning with Matt Ryan. So the volume is going to be there, but what is the quality of that volume going to look like? That's really what we're looking at here. My problem really doesn't lie with Michael Pittman. He is a very talented wide receiver. It's everybody around him. My problem lies with Matt Ryan and the rest of this offense. Against this tough Dallas defense, Matt Ryan, he's certainly been showing his age a lot more this year than he did last year. The offensive line is an absolute mess. Michael Pittman, he's facing Trayvon Diggs. That's just a recipe for disaster. Trayvon Diggs is arguably the best shutdown corner in the league right now. That's just a situation I want to stay very clear from. Don't start Michael Pittman if you can avoid it. Another wide receiver we're going to jump to here, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I've been exceeding caution with Donovan Peoples-Jones for a little while now, and I'm going to keep exceeding this caution for him. I'm going to keep preaching that because outside the solid skill position players of the Cleveland Browns, Amari Cooper, Nick Chubb, and to some extent, David Njoku and maybe Kareem Hunt on a smaller scale, we don't know how this offense is going to work yet. Those players I just listed are probably the only ones that have a surefire shot of getting a decent chunk of fantasy points this week. For a player like Donovan Peoples-Jones, who wasn't very good up until this year anyway, I want to see and I want to wait what's going to happen with this offense first. So Donovan Peoples-Jones, I would certainly be sitting him this week. Back to the Rams offense, shall we? Van Jefferson, I feel that's very obvious that you shouldn't be starting Van Jefferson, but I can understand why you would maybe consider starting Van Jefferson. I could certainly see that argument. All I'm going to say is the Rams offense ranks 31st in yards per game. He's either going to have John Wolford or Bryce Perkins throwing to him. The offensive line is a mess. I really don't feel like I need to say more. Don't start Van Jefferson. Don't do it. We're gonna jump to some tight ends here. Just quickly go over them. Greg Dulcich. I mean, Denver offense is just a train wreck. Greg Dulcich. He's had a decent target share. Almost 15%. Baltimore is a favorable matchup for tight ends, which have allowed the 6th highest catch rate to tight ends. The problem doesn't lie with Greg Dulcich per se. Again, it's an issue with everybody around him. The issue is the whole Denver Broncos team. I'm not even going to say the offense. It's the whole team. And until we see that sort of dysfunction kind of starting to settle itself down, I bet you're sitting there thinking if you can even start Courtland Sutton. That's how sad things and how bad things have gotten with this Denver Broncos offense. Yeah, cook. What are you going to cook? Nothing. Back to the Rams. We're going to jump to Tyler Higbee here. Again, with everything I've said about the Rams offense, I'm not going to keep saying it. Don't start anybody on the Rams. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't start Tyler Higbee is what I'm saying. So we're going to jump to 2 quarterbacks quickly here. Russell Wilson and Matt Ryan. I mean, you should never consider starting these guys anyway, but the only reason you would is maybe in a super flex 2 QB kind of format, but I feel those are very obvious as well with their matchups. Don't start them. Don't start them. But I think that's all I got for this video. I appreciate anybody who watched, and I want to hear some feedback. I appreciate everybody who came out and watched, and I hope to see you in the next one.